the day my sleep paralysis hallucination turned out to be real. For as long as I can remember, I have suffered from sleep paralysis. It occurs once or twice a month and usually ends with me screaming myself awake. Often when I am paralyzed, I hallucinate. I tend to have both visual and audible hallucinations. These visions over the years have varied, and in some cases have been alarming enough to leave an impact on my perception of reality. Audibly, I have heard non-existent intruders enter my home and shout out threats to my life. I will also commonly hear someone being tortured in a nearby room screaming for help. Visually, the things I see have been enough to make me fear sleep. The very common one is someone standing at the foot of my bed, watching me as I'm unable to get up. I once visualized a sniper in my window and the red dot from his gun move up my body as he went to shoot my head. There was even one night I witnessed the shadow of a little girl seep through the crack of my bedroom door and run towards me, wielding a knife. Most of my life I've lived with an overarching fear that one day I'd think I was witnessing yet another hallucination and come to learn that what I saw was real. Years ago, I slowly awoke to the sound of a man screaming for help in agonizing pain. I was half asleep, and like I said, this wasn't an irregular occurrence for me. My brain immediately went to the idea that this was just another hallucination, and I was trying to nod it off and go back to sleep. The screams continued to ring louder and louder until eventually I heard multiple loud banging sounds in succession. At this point, I attempted to move my body. I sat up with ease and moved my hand toward my head. I immediately fell into shock. My hand began shaking as my brain was piecing together that if I could move, it meant all of the noise I could hear was not a hallucination. The man was still screaming for help as I could hear sirens in the distance. The loud bangs that I heard were from my upstairs neighbor being thrown down the stairs. I learned the next day from my other neighbors who called the police that the man had slept with his friend's girlfriend and his buddy came over to settle the score. He just about beat him to an inch of his life. Thank God my other neighbors were there that day, because I'm still uncertain I would have been able to decipher my reality in time to place a call.